African women just want your money. African women are known like, okay, you know, well, you're American. If you're from where we from, they're gonna have higher expectations than somebody from here. True. In general, on average. And a lot of girls like that are looking for the short-term things. They see the Americans doing that stuff. Yeah. But it doesn't work long-term.
Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda. My name is Janita Maya and this is the Repat podcast.
Let him go first because I got the headphones on looking good. So
what's up, people? Last. DJ Maintain, DJ and producer, living here in Kampala for 5 years now, of Caribbean descent, Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis. Not Jamaica, people. Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah.
I thought he was Jamaican. I ain't gonna lie.
Everyone did. Comments be saying, what's up with the Jamaican guy?
You do look Jamaican.
Do I?
O'Shea Duke Jackson, hella old, like 55th generation African American. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento, California, West Coast. He living in Kampala. Let's get it.
Yeah. Now, the topic for today is
African women just want your money. That's the name of the topic.
I was going to word it differently,
but it's DJ Maintain that came up with the topic. So y'all brothers, make sure you get on him.
Yeah.
And he came up with the thumbnail y'all looking at right now too. He's a talented guy.
So we have the Pan-African dating show. We're going to get a clip from there. If you haven't gone there, please go there and subscribe or do something with the Pan-African
first comment, pin the top.
Pan-African dating show.
That's also us, right? Kenganda Studios, we produced that too. So we just talented all in the streets. It's not our fault.
Exactly. Okay. So go over there and watch whatever is there. So we're going to react to this particular clip. I'm going to watch it with you guys so you can see.
All right.
I love that. You know what they say, yeah. Melanin kings, you stay winning. And anything else? Physique, body
He has
build.
to be rich.
Rich, 100%. 100%. I was going to ask
money.
you.
I need money. And he has to give me more money.
Okay.
And extra money. And he has to keep giving me money.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
So your lifestyle is basically luxurious for the most part. And you like money.
Money.
Okay. Is there anything else in this relationship that you would be looking for?
I think that's all. Money.
That's it.
Money, yeah, is the main point.
Okay, fine. What about his education? Are you interested in guys who are very intelligent or...
Me, I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
As long as you have money.
As long as you come from wealth. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you watch that. Now, if you think this is funny, you should just go to the Pan-African dating show and see what they have to offer, okay? Now, the lady said she needs money, 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 and money.
And guess what? Money.
Yeah, that's it. And, you know, we have two gentlemen on here. And tell us, what's your experience like, you know, dealing with African girls?
Well,
is it money?
Maintain is married, but maybe he has like, you know, he's a DJ.
Yeah.
So he might have experience from his friends or something like that. But, you know, he's been living here for, let Maintain build it up.
I think that's a bit of a generalization.
Okay. Okay.
There's definitely a lot of women who share the same views as her.
Right.
There's also a lot of women that don't. In my experience, before I got married,
praise God.
Praise God. I didn't really come across that. Maybe because I'm in the DJ scene and I'm seen as, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, desirable. So,
do you think it's pretty privilege? Do you think you have pretty privilege? No offense, but like, do you think? I'm sorry, I know this is off topic, but do you think women look at you and think, oh, I just need to have him. He doesn't have to give me money or something?
That could be it. I'm not sure. I've never actually thought of that. So that's a great question, Jonita. But could be. I'm not sure. But me personally, before I was married, I didn't really have to like show how much money I had to get a woman to go out on a date with me.
Okay, that's a flex.
Okay.
I just don't flex. It's just, you know.
Just go ahead on and tell them, player, how it was, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little something.
A lot of history before I got married.
Right.
That's not about, we're not talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but before we go to O'Shea, you are a DJ, so you interact with so many of these girls, and I'm sure they talk to you. I feel like women in clubs and bars trust DJs way too much. I feel like they're going to come up to you and tell you their life story and something.
I tell you what, I have been like DJ / therapist on many a gig, and I often wingman a lot of these women.
Oh,
so you know, because most of my gigs I'm there a lot every week, So I know the red flags, the green flags,
Yeah.
the in-between flags, all of the flags.
Yeah.
So
Do the girls tell you that they need men with money as you're doing the wingman duty or something like that?
Well-
Is it about money, money, money?
well, women know that I'm not really like feeling that. So they won't come out and directly say, yo, can you find me a big baller tonight or something? They'll generally say to me, yo, who's the guy that I could have the most fun with, or who's not gonna like, you know what I mean, ghost me after one day. So that's the kind of questions I
Look at
get.
you giving humankind a second chance. But we'll head over to O'Shea now.
All right, I want to just, give context to the clip.
Okay,
Yeah.
please.
Maybe we could play a little bit of it because she said she was looking for only one kind of man.
A Nigerian.
Let's talk about, this person that you're looking for. I want to call him your king, but I don't really know. Should we just call him
He's a king.
He's a king, for sure. Okay, so let's
king
talk
in the
about your
corner.
king. What kind of king are you looking for? What is his personality?
He has to be a Nigerian man.
He has to be. You know what?
has
You've
to
already
be.
ticked off one of my questions. I was going to ask you, does this guy have to be specifically from somewhere or
He has to be a
a
Nigerian.
Nigerian man? Why?
Yeah, that's my taste.
Just vibes, just Nigerian guy.
So let me just say this, right? And I this is the Repat podcast, and me and the brother, we from the Western world, right? So, but living here in Africa, and I've been to a few spots, maybe not as many as Maintain. Maintain, he rich, he live in Luboa, you know what I'm saying? So, but she said Nigerian men. So let's just give it context to Nigerian men in the continent. So let's just leave us out because Americans, Black, British, we might be here, but we not here. Like Nigerians are everywhere.
True.
Like I think I heard Professor Lumumba say, if a Nigerian is not that in any place where you're at, that place is not popping. That's how many Nigerians are everywhere. So if a Nigerian's not there, leave that place. It's dead, right?
Yeah.
Nigerian men are known for spending a lot of money.
True.
Yeah.
Right? Because like I was in South Africa. When you go to South Africa and Sandton, you just see a lot of Nigerian brothers coming through. Nairobi coming through. There's a clip, I think, of Ugandan guys pleading like Nigerian men, please leave our women alone, right?
Yeah.
So in the Nigerian dudes, it's only two groups of dudes I know in Africa that come through and spend a lot of money. Nigerian men and Congolese men.
True. Oh, yeah.
Congolese men, they coming through with the bright colors and you know what I mean? They got
pointed shoes.
Man, they be fresh. You know what I mean? So when they step in the room, they spending big.
Yeah.
So what happens is, a lot of ladies gonna look at, if you have a Nigerian dudes coming, the hype the Nigerians have.
Yeah.
They got all the Afro beats artists. They got the Nollywood popping. And if you go to Nigeria and the infrastructure, it doesn't even seem to be on the level of like, let's say Nairobi or even Kampala. But the hype Nigeria got is crazy here. When Nigerians come through, they're the most loved and hated people at the same time. And they men be spending a lot of money and they're known to take care of their women. So when a woman says, I want a Nigerian man, I don't think it's because she feels like, well, they just look so much better than, let's say, a Ghanaian man.
Yeah.
It's just like those guys spend a lot of money, right?
True. So
some women gonna look at their situation and then be like, I'm dealing with this guy. He ain't doing nothing for me in my country. So I want to, I want a guy to spend a lot of money. But in general, so that's just one part of it thing, right? I think it's there. Like some of the guys come from other parts of Africa, go to other parts of Africa and embarrass the guys that's there locally.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that. Some of these dudes are also called what? Yahoo boys?
Yeah.
Me and Rachel, shout out to Rachel. Yeah, we saw them. Rachel, hold on. What was the name of the restaurant we went to, Rachel? Cappadocia. Shout out to Cappadocia Lagos. Y'all wouldn't let me in. I had to bribe y'all to get in. What? Thank you though. So it was nothing but like Yahoo boys spending money. They had all the chicks, right?
Yeah.
But secondarily, I don't be along with it. Do African women want your money? I think just as much money as any other person wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that what happens is like, African women are known like, okay, well, you're American. So of course they're going to expect you to do more than the local. So that's just when we get that out the way. If you're from where we from, they're going to have higher expectations than somebody from here.
True.
In general, on average. But I found that some women don't want your money at all. Don't care. Let's just
show me one woman who doesn't want your money.
I've met them. I've had women stop talking to me just because of, for whatever reason. They don't, women are all not just the same. Yeah. I think they get a bad rap. Don't get me wrong, you have those that do want your money. Yeah. But I think what happens is when if you're a guy, I noticed a lot of guys give women money in Africa just because they look good without expecting them to do something else. So you do come across that, but I don't think that it's all. Most African women I come across are very modest. Mm-hmm. I mean, their family might be telling them that you should get some money from this dude, but I don't think that it's all like her. No.
Yeah.
That hasn't been my experience.
Yeah, definitely. Not every girl thinks like that, and not every girl is saying money, money, money. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's at the back of your head. You don't have to write it on your face and say, oh, I need a guy with money. But just to talk about what Oshe said about Nigerian men and spending money.
I mean, do you have any experiences you want to talk about right now?
Let's not talk about me, but what I do know, you know, Nigerian men, a first date will be like going for shopping.
Romantic music!
A Nigerian man will take you on a first date to go and shop. You know, he will even look at your phone and be like, oh, that's an old version. Do you want to upgrade? You know?
So say,
just like that.
So what you just said, is this something you've experienced personally?
Why are you putting me on the spot? It's not about me.
No. We need personal experience.
No.
You asking our experiences, why we can't ask your experiences?
I'm just wondering where you got this story from. That's all.
Would he buy you some new sandals too?
Let's just say, not exposing myself.
Okay, sorry, go.
Let's just say Nigerian men will spend a bag on you. They are heavily romantic and heavily generous.
Heavily.
They will. Heavily.
No, for real.
They really don't care. They'll keep sending you the money. They'll keep sending you the alerts. They'll keep doing what they need to do. I think that's why this particular girl, Option Queen, loved herself a Nigerian man, because she has dealt with them and she knows what they have to offer. And then when you come to a country like Uganda, I'm sorry for my country people, I'm going to throw you under the bus. Ugandan men on a good day are not. You know, it's
a hassle.
Yeah, it's
why is it hassle?
It's a bit of a hassle to get some money out of them. It's like you must write an essay on why you need that on why you need that amount and what you're going to use it for and account for it.
So I'm glad you said, I'm going to cut you off, but maintain, like, do you think that women in your experience, you know, as a DJ, because before you got married, I'm pretty sure you were able to do things with women for free that another guy had to pay for. You want to talk about that right now? I mean,
I got two. Yeah. I will answer that question, but with regards to the woman in the clip, she looks like she has a lot to offer physically, right?
Oh man.
So I believe
she got good eyes. She didn't see the back yet, like I did in person.
I think she's been indulged, right?
She is curvy.
Yeah. So
stupid. It's crazy.
So basically, men are seeing her on a physical level, and they're just showering her with gifts and whatever, and she's like, you know what, I kind of like this.
Right.
This is my lane. But for me personally, as a DJ, because I was often in London, two things: Nigerians in London clubs, they don't play.
I already know.
They phone me up beginning of the week. The gigs on Friday, phone me up on Monday. Maintain, I need a table. Got you, and I want it right by the DJ booth where you're at. If someone's there, I'll pay you extra for you to move them. Right? So I do that. Yes. They turn up, they appreciate it. They're throwing £50 notes at me.
They throw money at people.
Yeah, they're like, Maintain, I love that song. Wheel it up to me, bro. I don't really play songs twice, you know. It's like a DJ thing. Yeah. Brought the money up. So
you got corrupted?
Yeah, I got corrupted.
Nigerians.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Don't be mad. I'm just
Nigerians don't play in London. But as a DJ, I've never really had to... Oh, God, this is going to sound so...
No, just say it.
But because I DJ at good clubs,
right?
Me getting people into clubs is kind of like the way I'm tapped up. So I won't hear from a girl in ages. Then my club night starts popping. Phone a ring. Oh, Maintain, can I get guest list? Oh, do I have to queue? And da-da-da-da. Yeah. So that's the main thing I've got. But I've never like met a woman or before I was married that I've had to like, you know, kind of cajole with money. Like to get on a date.
I was dusty, so I mean, y'all know me. I'm a trick, so I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be triggering it off, and Steel might trigger it off. But let me just say, let me add this, right?
Yeah.
Because like, there's another video I want to do that like young ladies like this, and these girls are nice looking. Like, because we know that was before the Pan-African dating show started being interactive with the dates.
Yeah.
Because at that time, we wasn't operating the channel like we do now, where it's challenges and fun stuff, right? So you really couldn't see what she was really working with. And I was there on that shoot with Jirani, where she was at. I was like, because she even said this clip, right? We're going to play the clip of, he asked her, what did you do for fun?
Hey, I'm Option Queen. I'm ready for a date. Let's see how it goes. Though I'm kind of nervous.
So tell me, what do you like to do for fun?
I love f***ing.
Okay. So.
You heard what she said. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
So I just want to say this, right? I think like the young ladies here, they have a name in Africa. We call them maybe in the States, some of the young people might refer to them as like Tatianas or something like that. Shout out to Blueface. But I think here they call them slay queens.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I think what happens is like a lot of guys throw money at these girls, but it's like very temporary.
That is true.
Yeah, so what happens is, I mean, because it's a lot of ladies in Africa. Like if you go down in Kampala, and I'm not trying to sexualize anybody. I'm just gonna tell you what I see every day.
Right.
There, Nairobi is not as, because Uganda is the king of the. What? I was in Brazil thinking about Uganda. So in Nairobi, it's like 88% of what Kampala got to offer. What I seen.
Yeah. So
you have a lot of women in Uganda that's just super thick and really don't know it and don't, they think they're a 5, or if they were in London, that same girl would be like really know her value because dudes would be at her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like the average girl that's here's like 6, if she comes to like Sacramento or LA, dudes is on her like, why you on the bus stop? You get in the car. I'm gonna take you where we need to go.
Yeah.
So I think with women like her here, number one, there's so many women that look like her here that's not gonna be like her. And secondarily, those guys don't really take you serious, because if you have to come on to a dating show and look for a Nigerian guy to spend money on you, there's a reason why you ain't got a Nigerian man right now. So what's the reason why you don't have a Nigerian man right now? Because a lot of Nigerian guys, or guys in general, who spend money on women, they'll do it for a little bit and then they're on to the next person.
That is true. That's one thing about the Nigerians.
Same thing like Instagram, like even athletes, and like you see these girls getting these BBLs in the States, these Instagram models.
Yeah.
You don't never see them with nobody long term.
No.
Like you just see, look at Amber Rose. She had some people, but people that's like her, guys don't really take them that serious. You know what I mean? So, and then they end up like older with nobody. So, I mean, she might be looking for somebody with some money, but then once the guy gets to what he got from you, where is it going?
It's true. It's true. A lot of them are traveling the continent on business, so they don't want any complications.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. So they've got their, as we would say in the UK, you've got a dock in every port, right? A boat in every port. So it's like, okay, I'm in Uganda this weekend. Let me holler at.
Yeah.
Send her the cash so she stays put. So when
what did Ludacris say? I got in different area codes?
Yeah. Same thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that as well. So when it comes down to maybe like the lady on the Pan-African dating show, and she went, okay, I want something a little bit more long-term, something a little bit more permanent. That's probably why she's on the show. Because the guys she's entertaining here, they may have been Nigerian or they may have just been rich.
And she's only dealt with Nigerians, by the way.
Okay. So
only.
Yeah, that stands to reason, yeah.
Well, she said like she dealt with like Indian dudes before and Pakistani. She said it in the clip, but.
Have you ever dated a foreign man before?
Yeah.
Where was he from?
From India, from Nigeria, from Rwanda, Burundi.
Oh, okay. So you get around.
Ugandan, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She prefers Nigerians.
Yeah.
When you look at, let's say, a city like London, which has the most billionaires in the world by city per capita. Yeah. Shout to my man Jamal in the back. He from New York City. It's like #2, right? So,
JJ.
So when you're talking about you want ballers, let's say, for example, this is Uganda. On paper, there's like 50 million people here, and maybe at best Kampala has 2,000 millionaires or 2,500 millionaires. So how many of those are men? Let's say 1,800 are men. How many of them are married? Most millionaires are older. There are very few single millionaires. And here's what I'm about to go to. And most women don't care if you married. She not gonna care. right? But the thing about it is also is this, with so much disparity, like if you're rich in Africa, and I know rich guys here, it's not like it is in London or the States. I mean, rich people have, but rich guys in Africa are like gods. They got options.
Yeah,
Like,
rich here is a completely different
like a unicorn
scenario.
I mean, like you're not gonna be able to come to some, and a guy in Lagos. Let's just be real. Like you think the guy, if he's doing very well. I was in Lagos. Lagos is like almost 20 million people or more. Who knows? You got women from all over Africa in Lagos. It's the biggest city in Africa. So you got women from Sierra Leone, women from the north, Fulani, Igbo, Hausa, Calabar. Have you seen what they look like? You think he going back home and he don't have nobody? And all you talking about is money? A lot of young ladies don't know how to offer value. And African men, just like anybody else, need some value. And you have too much competition. Like, number one, Africa is Uganda. It's like the youngest country in Africa.
What's the average age? Is it like 18?
Something like that.
Crazy like that. Yeah.
So somebody that is like, let's say in 2015, that person was not even 15 yet. But this is 2023. That person's 23 years old. So let's say in 2020, you have a slew of women that, let's say, for example, were not even competing against you to be a wife. And now they right there in the game. Like, they 22 now. So, and this woman is like, you know, hey, you know, just how are you? Just being nice to a guy. And you talking about you just want money. And this woman is checking on a guy. Yeah. She's, you know, willing to, you know, to cook. She's willing to be affectionate. Those little soft skills that a lot of African women have and cultured. And you talking about, I mean, a guy gonna be like, wait, hold on, man. You know, this one is all right. You know, so I don't think she's gonna find nobody long term. And a lot of girls like that are looking for the short term things. They see the Americans doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work long term.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with you. Sometimes when these girls talk, it's more like that, more short-sighted. And it's more of like a solution to like a short-term problem. Maybe she just needs like rent for that month. So she's not thinking ahead. You know, she's just like, as long as I get rent for this month, then I should be good to go. You know? So yeah, I do understand what you're saying. But it's not that every girl thinks like this. But of course, girls like this are there and they're on the rise for some reason, because usually it's like girls who are just done with campus or like in that third year who think like this, and you're just like, where is this coming from? Not everyone is going to get married to a rich man. I think if you just need to accept that and be okay with that. And then marrying a rich man also comes with its own. There's some things you have to, I don't know, sacrifice or something. I hear Osho talking about it all the time. It's like, oh, people want a rich man, but they can't be able to handle the working hours he has to go through, or like the lifestyle he has to go through, and something like that.
The compromise. So, a lot of people in relationships can't handle the compromise. Like you want the money and you want the companionship. Osho, I think like Osho and yourself have said in previous episodes, that there's a reason why they have this money. It's because they work hard. So, you know, you've got to deal with the downtime. You've got to be able to deal with the alone time. And that comes as a shock to a lot of people.
To some people, because there's some girls who finally she gets a rich man, but he's nowhere to be found.
She's got the house. She's got the driver.
Alone.
She's got the chef.
Everything.
She's got the cute dogs, but
there's no man.
And then like also, I think like in the West and, you know, the States or London, you know, if you have a wife, you get married, you're going to have to go through some settlement and she's going to get some money.
Yeah.
but in Uganda, man,
it's stacked in the
I mean,
favor.
you know.
The law, in Uganda, the law doesn't protect a woman once you divorce, because recently they passed a law that for you to be able to say you want 50% of what he has, you have to prove it. So you have to come with receipts. So if you're a Ugandan woman watching this, keep the receipts. If you contributed 1 brick to building the house, you better have it written down somewhere. Otherwise they're not giving you anything. You're going to leave that place empty-handed.
I like that rule though, but I'm just.
But it doesn't protect women at the end of the day.
You know, I'll be a whole other episode. But rich men in Africa. That's why I tell y'all off camera. Like, you want to have a rich man here, you gonna be ready to work, because it's so, and it's the reality. I have a young lady I call my daughter. Shout out to Sonia. She's Ugandan, but she lives in Poland. Yeah. So we have these discussions. You know, I love her so much, like very dearly. And I'm telling her, look, you want a guy? You know, hey, you're gonna be competing against a lot of young ladies. in the diaspora, like you're in Europe now, so now you're competing against the white girls for the same African guy. If you wanted that guy. And if you want a white guy, you're still competing against those white girls, right?
Yeah.
So if you come back here, these guys know what they can get. I hate to say it, but guys who got money here, they might, when it was broke, you know, that's always like that. When you was broke, when nobody really mess with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you get some, now some guys have a chip on their shoulder, like, okay, I got it now. I'm gonna make all y'all pay for when I didn't have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a very, very good point.
Yeah, and it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, now I could just, you know what I mean? Like, I've heard stories of people, like, they'll have girls lined up, not here, but I heard some woman tell me.
Yeah.
8, 10, 12, it's daytimes, right? 8 a.m., 10 a.m. But actually, stop the shit. Put it, actually, the timestamps on Stati. Yeah, this one. 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m. These different girls coming through. Dude is smashing and coming back.
Wow.
7 times in a day.
Where's the energy coming
Stamina.
from?
Man, listen. I'm old now. You got to come and get me on Tuesday and Thursday. That's all you going to get. You know what I mean? If you get that. If you get that. But that comes from, like, you know, a lot of guys feel like, you know, when I didn't have nothing, where was you at, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of men go through that. I was here, you know, a lot of men, like a lot of women, they're at the finish line. And I get it, because when a dude is broke, you don't want to be suffering. Yeah. So now he's there. You want a guy with money, but you don't realize in Africa, if you're rich, what? That guy can get anybody.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine say that you can't be a rich man in Africa and be faithful. Is that true?
Let's ask
O'Shea's the rich one.
No, let me. I'm gonna just say this because, you know, I'm from the outside looking in, right? For me, because of the work that I do every day, and it's easier for somebody like me to not be cultured and stay to myself. I'm American, living here, so, you know, I'm skeptical to get into like friendships with people, whatever, or because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But for guys, when I over here, because, you know, I am like a, you know, I got big ass ears, so I'll be hearing what be going on. And you guys can do whatever they want. And so if you want to have a man here, you need to have value. Like, cause a guy can get rid of, it's not like in the States. In the States, you can get rid of somebody and move on. But in Africa, you can really get rid of somebody and move on, because it's not a lot of guys like you.
Yeah.
The African guys is really thorough, man. Like, they can take trips wherever they want. Yeah. They can do, and when you're rich here, like, you really, like, you're rich with a low payroll. That's one thing, like, African guys got. Like, I know dudes that make like $20,000 a month in concrete, but they pay their guys like $80 a month. So the payroll ain't even $3,000. So how much profit do they got?
Yeah. But everything that you guys have said has made sense. But that's not to say that you should go out there and like pick someone with $1 to their name just because you want to be a good person.
True. But the thing is, men like me and O'Shea, where we go, we're not going to meet women that's just got, like you said, like $1 to the name. We're going to meet women that can afford to go to the bars and the restaurants and the hotels that we go to. I
feel, speaking for the ladies, I feel like men will be men and men will do what they want to do. So you you decide.
No,
do you wanna be outside in the heat, or do you wanna be inside with the AC? You decide what you want.
So you basically you've just given up.
No,
you're just like,
I'm telling you. Do you want to be cheated on outside, or do you want to be cheated on inside?
With the AC. Oh, he's cheating on me, but at least I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm not
No, I'm just saying, okay, this is not to generalize or anything like that. But I'm just saying, as a woman, you should want better for yourself. I understand being a nice person and all. But like, if you're working hard, then the person you end up going with should also be able to like work hard and have something for himself. Yeah. Because you're building generational wealth. What are you building if you're all just the same level with nothing? Just prayers and vibes.
Hey, let me clarify something before I get canceled in the comments.
Yeah.
All rich people, all rich men in Africa are not cheaters.
Yeah,
I don't believe that at all. We've interviewed some of these guys on our channel. So some of these guys are just, they have a wife. They're just very successful in the industry, and that's all they want. They want to be left alone to do their business. But I think also, if you're a woman that is putting yourself out there, let's say, for example, like almost like an Instagram model, like she does, you have a lot of sexuality in your poses, you're going to get guys with money, but they're going to be a different type of guy with money. And, you know, you're going to be getting kind of guys that are like maybe, because I'm just going to be real. I don't want to be elitist, but, you know, somebody like her as a young lady, most businessmen that are from affluent families, for somebody that acts like her, you don't feel comfortable publicly. Like, okay, this is who I'm really serious about dating, because it's not the same socioeconomic class. So you're gonna get some guys that have money, and I say this about American women in general. So it's not just I'm doing it here. Most people who are rich are gonna stay with people from the same affluent class.
True.
That's everywhere in the world. It's the same thing here in Uganda. The rich are with the rich. And the first thing that they're going to say is, who is this young lady? And look at her Instagram. What are most rich families in Uganda going to say for their son? This is who you brought me home? Like, we invested in you for your entire life? This is what you do? Get rid of this person. What's wrong with you? Right? So the guys that would deal with her in general might be rappers, celebrities, somebody like that. Yeah, and it's you know, money and class are not the same. They're similar, but not necessarily equal. So if you're a guy in the entertainment industry, which is why a lot of the black elite, you know, like let's say we have Jack and Jill in the African American community, entertainers can't get in Jack and Jill because you have to be like third or fourth, fifth generation Harvard, Princeton, graduate, Stanford, and you can't be an entertainer. Like even the single moms can't get, I don't care how much money you got. You can't get into Jack and Jill or those like black elite fraternities. You have to come from your dad. What did your dad do? And what did his dad do? And it's the same thing here. They're not going to tell you that, but it's the truth. So you're not going to be able to meet a guy that is a real professional because he can't really deal with you publicly like that. Or a woman can't deal with a man it's an embarrassment to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it, but it's real.
Yeah.
Elitism is elitism everywhere. So I think the kind of guy that she'll get is Yahoo boy, if you say, entertainer, some guy who wants to just trick it off.
Yeah.
But it'd be for a little bit, and that's it.
My advice would be the energy you put out is what you're going to get back.
Yeah.
So just be careful with the energy you put out.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say in general, what I found, you know, shout out to the African American community because they be mad at me like, y'all is putting us down. No, I put everybody down. I'm a black cultural critic. I come after everybody. I have smoke for everyone. But I honestly believe that that women here are more interested in marriage long term. Of course, you're gonna have those women that are looking for the bag. Yeah. Every woman wants the bag. Yeah. And every man, like a man is supposed to provide for women. That's just what you have to, you know, if you're gonna be a man, you need to do that if you want to have a long-term relationship. But I honestly feel like I've never met anybody like her. You do get the woman that trying to nickel and dime you and stuff like that. And then if you're an American, of course, you know, or from Britain, you know, they're gonna think that you're rich and you have a lot of money. But what I found that if you explain things to them like, no, I actually have, you know, situations, whatever. Most women are just okay if you're nice to them, and you treat them like they matter. Yeah, I think that goes well with employees in Africa, partnerships in Africa. Humans want respect. Women want respect. Everybody wants to be loved. I think if you do that as a man, you know, I mean, it's just a stereotype. Yeah, I very rarely come into people because like Uganda is one of the most nicest places. Like, you can have your pants unzipped. Hello, Sarah. Yes, please zip up. You know, yeah. I mean, like you go outside. Like my man Jamal, he got the monkeys outside his place all the time and everything. Like on WhatsApp, people love it because people here are they're nice people and they're happy people, stuff like that. So I think that most African women, just like any other woman, wants to be respected. Don't want you beating on her. Don't want you talking down to her. Don't want you yelling at her. And if you're nice to her, she's going to be nice to you. That's how it is. Yeah. Yeah. You get what you put out, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah. I think personally, my advice would be to first build yourself as a lady. Have something of your own so that in case, you know, things don't work out, you have something to fall back on. Because the rain falls on the just and the unjust. So when the rain comes.
Same way.
Especially in Uganda.
Yeah, so just have something of your own, because I feel like that way you can easily attract someone who, you know, who is values. Nice. Yeah. Someone sensible, and it doesn't have to be, oh, I need money, I want money. I feel like
I need upkeep.
Yeah, if you move like that, then you definitely attract.
Yes, upkeep, yes.
And let the people know where they can find you.
Oh my God. Yeah, DJ Maintain. On everything. Peace and love. Big up everybody that's been DMing me and following me recently. I really appreciate it. Big up.
Be respectful though.
Yeah, be respectful though. Yeah.
So at O'Shea Duke, we coming for everybody. We are the greatest team on earth. These three. You see us now. Watch us at the end of the year. We're going to get $1 million Spotify deal and tell them no. Okay? So I'm just letting you know. I want the smoke.
Tell them,
anybody in America, Nigeria, Kenya, we're going to embarrass all of y'all in the podcast game. So I'm just letting you know that's what I'm telling you today. So you come and see me next year this time. See what we do.
Okay. That was a very lovely speech.
I'm warning you.
Yeah. Like he said, once again, we do appreciate your support. You can also support us by following us on all our social media platforms at King and the Nation, and also follow the Pan-African Dating Show. If you're looking for love, if you want to spend some money on some girl somewhere, just head on over there. We'll see you guys next time.
Okay. Peace.